Lotus Crochet Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party. Run and tell somebody that Lotus Crochet Ignite is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers.
Oh, come on, y'all. I got him here. He is the remarkable Sir Waldo Weathers, all the way from Stuttgart, Germany. Come on, baby. Get in where you fit in. Woo! Hey, look. Woo! I am here and I know you care. I've got my friend Sir Waldo Weathers with us today, folks. It is time to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. And you know what I say. Get your notepad and get your pen. Why? Because note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. That's right. Change makers. That's what I say. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and so should you. So listen, when you come in, let us know where you're coming in from. Like, share, start a watch party. Hey. Like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody that your girl, Lotus Crochet, is hot on the box with Lotus Crochet Show. Today, we've got so much to share with you from a living legend. He has worked all around the world, and he's very notably known to have worked with the Godfather of Soul for over 14 years. That's right, Mr. James Brown himself, where he did what he does in soul. That's right, Sir Waldo Weathers. We're going to ask him some secret sauce about Sir Waldo. And some of you may not know, but those of you may know, I want you to put it in the comment below when we start the show. So here's the thing. I always tell people, go ahead, kick back and relax, because the show is going to be all that. And I know some of you may be saying, hey, Lolo, you starting your show early today. Of course, I'm starting my show early today because I've got a remarkable showstopper, not a show blocker, y'all, a showstopper. And look, y'all may be saying, hey, what's in your cup? Well, I'll share what's in my cup with you if you go ahead and get your cup too. Today, I have a little coffee in my cup. I got a little coffee in my cup. And listen, the coffee in my cup is not hot. It's actually kind of cold, which is great. Why? Because it's kind of hot out here today, and I get some light that's coming in on me. So vitamin D from the sunlight is excellent, of course. And I'm gonna take another sip. So when you come in, go ahead and get your cup. Make sure you have your notepad. Woo! Have your notepad and have your pen. Like I said before, note takers are money makers. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I say this all the time. I've always got room around my table for you. So come on, get in where you fit in, and like, share, and follow, and start just getting this information out all around the world, because we have got an ignited show for you. And when you come in, don't hesitate to connect with my guest, because if you don't connect with him, you will definitely wish that you had. Tonight, we are going to talk about, or today, I should say, we are going to talk about weathering the storms. And I know many of you may be saying, weathering the storms, what do you mean? Let's just face it. There are storms in all of our lives. But people of color has always had tough storms to weather, especially in the music industry. And Sir Waldo Weathers is a music industry icon. He has paved the way, along with so many others that otherwise would not have been able to be in the music industry. He have worked with some of the most prolific artists all around the world. And today, I am humbly honored and just thankful that he's here today as we talk about weathering the storm with Sir Waldo Weathers. So, I've given you a little taste of what's about to happen because Sir Waldo Weathers and I are about to jump into action. So, I'm going to go backstage in a few minutes and to get him. But before I go backstage, I am going to take this moment to share with you a wonderful thought. Think about this. What if there was no one around to help you get to where you're trying to go? I wonder how that would be for you. Well, guess what? We don't need to know because we are about to start the show, and Sir Waldo Weathers is going to help us get this thing right and tight as we ignite and take flight in every area of our life on the Lotus Roche Ignite Show. So look, you got 30 minutes. No, I can't give you 30 minutes, but I will give you 30 seconds to like and share and let us know where you're liking and sharing with and where you're liking and sharing from, and put some L's. Give Sir Waldo some love before we get the show started. You got 30 seconds. Here you go. Then I'm going to get Sir Waldo. Be right back. Come on, you got 30 seconds to get in where you fit in before I go ahead and bring my phenomenal guest all the way from Stuttgart, Germany, here to the stage as we talk about what? Weathering the storm with Sir Waldo Weathers. Come on, get in where you fit in and let's make it happen. Come on, folks. That's right. So there's no further to do but come in to you and let's get this party started, because the next face that you're going to see here with me will be the remarkable Sir Waldo Weathers. Let's get it, folks. Hey, come on. You got me running. Shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up. He's here, Sir Waldo Weathers. He's going to talk to us about weathering the storm. He's got multiple letters of appreciation and congratulations as he has weathered the storm. So come on and get in where you fit in. Only here with my guest, all the way from Stuttgart, Germany. Let's give it up for Sir Waldo Weathers. Come on, baby.
That's a good intro. That's a good intro. I got to give it to you. Bam.
Wow, that's what I'm talking about. Sir Waldo Weathers, all the way from Stuttgart, Germany. How you doing, sir?
Baby, I'm hanging in here. I'm hanging in here with this pandemic and everything. But God got our back, you know. It's going to be the way it's supposed to be. And we just got to keep ourselves together, to stay focused and do what we do to keep ourselves above water.
Amen,
you know?
amen. Amen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's happening over there? Tell me about the States.
Look, the weather here is really good. It's actually hot, Sir Waldo. It was so hot the other day when I went outside just in my backyard. I was sweating in places I didn't even know I have. So it is hot. It is hot here.
We ain't got nowhere near that point yet.
Really? What's your weather looking like over there?
The weather, it was nice today, but it was cool. It's real cool. So, and your temperature, I'm gonna say probably around 40, around the 40s or something like that.
Awesome. So, Sir Waldo Weathers, boy, I am super excited. I cannot almost sit straight in my seat because I am sitting here with you. You are a living legend.
Well,
and I get to sit with you. See how he kind of modest, y'all. That's what they say. You are a living legend. You have worked with so many phenomenal singers. You've backed them up. with your instrument of choice. We're not going to tell folks yet. And after that, you begin to recreate yourself and started singing as well. So I would love for you, if you would, tell folks more about who the remarkable Sir Waldo Weathers is.
Well, first of all, in the words of John Witherspoon, I ain't gonna tell you what's in my cup, but it's something good. But you bet, I ain't gonna tell you what's in my cup. You don't tell me what's in yours.
That's what I'm saying. About to sip, y'all.
Yeah. But
That,
anyway, I've been blessed to be with a lot of people. Started out actually in the '60s, playing behind Otis Redding, people like that, on tour with the Dales,
mm-hmm.
um, stuff with Bobby Bird. Bobby Bird had a nightclub in Nashville. I was hitting with him a lot. Before that, I was like a sub player in the group called the Nightlighters, which turned into New Birth.
Yes.
And but I've really been really blessed to be in the circle that I'm in, because I'm gonna tell you this: I was not, and for me, still not one of the best sax players, and I damn sure wasn't a great singer. But I got what I got the way I got it, and I don't know how that happened, but you know, sometimes things just happen the way they do. You don't know when, you don't know why. But in my head, I always kept in my head for
Mm-hmm.
confidence. If Tiny Tim can make it, I damn anybody can.
Wow.
Tiptoe, through the tulips. I mean, that was incredible. Somebody that looked like him and sounded like him and made it to where he made it. Hey, you can't say you can't say nothing. There's hope
Nothing.
for everybody, you know. But then I had opportunities to that they say some things are just meant to be.
Yes.
Is your destination, whether you like it or
Mm-hmm.
not.
Right.
And uh I had a opportunity to be with James Brown in the '60s, the late
Mm-hmm.
'60s, and I turned it down because I was uh with a local group in
Mm-hmm.
town in Louisville, Kentucky. I was already making great money. Great money.
Right.
I'm talking about great money in the '60s. I mean, people having big jobs, working at GE and everything else, wasn't making the kind of money I was making just
Mm-hmm.
playing music. And so I turned the gig down. But it was in my calling to be with him at some point in time. Don't think about that. If I had a went there then, I would have become part of the Horny Horns.
Right.
So that was left out. But I had a second chance to be with him, and I'm very honored that I was, and being with him, I was able to hit with some other people, do a couple
Yeah.
of things with Michael Jackson and uh, Phil Collins,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and one of my favorite groups, Al McKay,
Mm-hmm.
in the Earth, Wind and
Open
Fire
the fire.
experience. Oh man, smoking. So
Wow.
you know, it just goes on and on. So now I'm here in Stuttgart doing what I do, and there I have to say very well respected. Sometimes uh, a scary respected, because uh, just yesterday I pulled up my car, just going into a store, and this little kid see me coming, driving up, and kind of hid around the corner of the building and waited till I got out and looked at me and smiled like he seen Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying to myself, damn. I mean, that was a hell of a thing. I mean, he just
Yeah.
looking like in his eyes go like, "Oh, Mama, I seen Santa Claus."
Mm-hmm.
It was, you know. So I'm
Wow.
blessed. I'm
Amen.
blessed.
Amen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that's just a little, folks, of some of the fantastic folks he has shared the stage with, shared time with, and he has helped to pave the way for so many artists who otherwise would not have been able to walk down the path that you've walked. And so I'm so delighted again that you're here today to share really with folks all around the world, because I know you are a huge busy man. You got a lot going on, but I'm happy that you're here today. And so I wanted to share with the world what inspired you to come to the show to discuss this topic, because let's face it, a lot of people are not talking about weathering the storm. They're not talking about how they've come through adversity and how they made it to where they are. So what inspired you today besides us connecting and we hit it off as soon as I met him, just excellent guy. What inspired you to talk about weathering the storm?
It's like back in the day when I started playing nightclubs when I was about 12,
Hmm.
and I experienced a lot of things from other musicians, like
Hmm.
one of the reasons I'm not a big drinker
Hmm.
is because I've seen a lot of musicians pawn their instruments
Hmm.
just to go get a damn drink, just to go get a fifth of liquor or a
Wow.
bottle of wine. They would
Hmm.
pawn their instruments, and this is in the '60s.
Hmm.
Then it's like, and then they get a gig and can't play the gig because they ain't got their instrument. And it's really remarkable
Hmm.
on how on what goes on to 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 people in this business, and I ain't even said nothing about the heavy drugs. I ain't talking
Right.
about no heavy drugs. I'm just
Hmm.
talking about alcohol.
Hmm.
And but it's this is something that you have to be consistent about. You have to be serious about it because excuse me, but it'll kick your ass. It will kick
Hmm.
your ass and let
Wow.
you know what's what. I I give you an example. When I was starting out,
Hmm.
I thought pretty good for a young
Young
lad and
whippersnapper.
everything. Yeah. So I go to this nightclub and still ain't old enough to get in the club, but the cats knew
Yeah,
knew
they
who I
knew you.
was.
Right.
And so I go to this jazz club
Hmm.
and they finally let me sit in. Girl, that's the one. I'm 71 years old right now, and I was I don't know, just 12, 13 or something. And I sit in with this group, played, attempted to play one song, and when this song was over, you know how sugar melts in a hot drink. That's
Yes.
what I did. That's what I did on stage. I just melted. I wanted to go through the crack of the floor. I was so embarrassed of myself, and I snuck out of that club,
Hmm.
and that club ain't seen me to this day. Ain't seen me to this day.
Wow.
So you got to know what you're doing and where you're doing it at. You got to know your limitations. You
Mm-hmm.
know what you can do, know what you can't do, but don't make a fool out of yourself. You know,
So,
but
so go ahead. So I've got a question for you.
mm,
Um, in the industry now, I have friends, I have family members who are in the industry,
mm,
and what I'm hearing you say is that it can chew you up and spit you out. And there is a weathering of storms. But while you're weathering that storm, don't make a fool of yourself. Don't do something that's going to hurt you in the end. So,
you got things like you want to play so bad,
mhm,
and being a professional musician, we all try to have a bottom pay level. You
right.
understand? A minimum.
Hmm.
And you got cats that like work a day job. They
Hmm.
don't really care that much about the money. They just want to play.
Right.
So like a wedding band, you know
Hmm.
what I say. So you got a wedding band, got 9, 10 people.
Hmm.
They they okay, they cool. And then they got me or some other people that are much better and much more expensive.
Hmm.
Well, which one do you think the people gonna take?
They're going to take the people that are least expensive, in my opinion, depending on who it is, too.
Right, right. So it's hard. It's hard for a professional musician to weather the storm, putting up with the rookies,
Nonsense. Hmm.
that come through, because you know we try to make a living, and this is all we do, and the
Hmm.
others is just a hobby band.
Right.
But you get what you pay for, but a lot of people don't really know what they're paying for, and
Hmm.
and and if they got a great group, they still wouldn't know. They still wouldn't know. They can pay 2,500
Hmm.
to 15, 2,500 to an amateur group.
Hmm.
I pay 2,500 to 5,000 to a professional group, and they just wouldn't know. They
Hmm.
wouldn't know. But the people that's losing out are the pros.
Hmm.
You understand?
Right.
And then, oh yeah, we know that you was free, and we talked about it, but it was just a little bit too much money. You
Hmm.
know, on the average, on a private party, I'm gonna say let's just give a synopsis. On a private party, somebody would pay the band 1,000 and pay 2,000 for the catering.
Hmm.
See, cause the food is like sets up that standard for the party. You know,
Right.
and then and then some say, well, why get a band? Let's get a DJ.
Hmm.
Hey, get a DJ for 500. Okay,
Hmm.
all right, Waldo and everybody else, y'all. Sorry, but maybe next time.
Hmm.
So it's a hard road, and
So,
and if
mhm,
if if you ain't got yourself together mentally
mhm.
and just strong enough to work around all this stuff, you know, it will throw you out. It will throw
Wow.
you out.
So,
Yeah,
so what I'm hearing you say is you got to be strong mentally. And
yeah,
and this is true not just in the industry, but in life itself. In
yeah, yeah.
life
That's
itself,
right.
you got to be strong in the industry. So, folks, if you like what Sir Waldo is saying, that you got to be strong mentally, not just in the music industry, but in your life. In your life, I'd like you to put a S in the comment block, because you know what? That is, in my opinion, that is true fact. That is true fact. that you have to be strong, because if you're not, then in my opinion, I'm gonna just throw my opinion out there. Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna make a fool out of yourself. So here's what I want to do. I want to share some things with the folks that's watching the show, because you shared earlier about some of the folks that you've graced the stage with, and it's unequivocal that a lot of folks know that you shared the stages with some remarkable people. So tell us a little bit about this person that you shared the stage with.
Brother Maceo Parker. Everybody knows Maceo made his calling with with James Brown. When I first started out, I was listening to Maceo
Mm-hmm.
on the records, and Brown calling his name out to play.
Mm-hmm.
And see, the funny thing about it is that Brown set Maceo up, but didn't really realize he was setting him up.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? See,
Right.
so Maceo took advantage of what Brown did
Mm-hmm.
by making him famous by calling his name, taking those solos. See,
Right. And so wait,
and
let me stop you there. Let me stop you there,
mm,
because here's a key thing. Here's a key thing. Now, folks, get your notepad and pen, because you said Mr. Brown made Mr. Maceo famous by calling his name. And that's
right,
important that Mr. Brown did for people, and you do for people. You speak their name, because
yeah,
when it comes out your mouth, there's a certain power that comes with that, and that helps to gravitate people to support them. So very, very powerful what you just said.
yeah. And
Very powerful.
and 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 when I played this picture here is about 2 years ago, year and a half,
Mhm.
something like that. And I opened up for him, and
Mhm.
it really uh, amazed me. I mean,
Mhm.
we already knew each other,
Mhm.
of course,
Right.
but for him to do his show,
Mhm.
and I've never seen him really do this before.
Right.
He probably in his hour and a half show,
Mhm.
he probably called my name out 25 times.
Right.
You
Right.
know, just just giving me props.
Mhm.
This here for Sir Waldo,
Mhm.
Sir Waldo. You know, and it was just like, wow. You know,
Wow.
he really just done that, and then
Mhm.
that was really appreciated, and especially because it was here in Stuttgart, in my hometown. You understand?
Right. Right. And
You know.
so I want to share this with folks. I will write this down,
Mhm.
especially those of you just in life. I was going to say entrepreneurs and people in music, but here's something. Don't be afraid to call somebody's name, to give them some praise and connect them to people who can help them. I'm going to say it again. Don't be afraid to call somebody's name and give them some praise and connect them to who can help them. So
Yeah, exactly.
what I'm gonna ask you all to do is put Sir Sir Waldo Waldo in the comment. Sir Waldo in the comment. I love what you just
Mhm.
shared. I love what you just shared.
Yeah.
So I want to trickle over to how you got your name, or how it came about when you were on, because a lot of people, they think of Where's Waldo, this character that had this jumpsuit on, red and white, but
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
not Where's Waldo first got created. That's not where it first got
No,
created. So
I
folks,
got a
if
story.
you
Just let me tell you this story. I got to tell
tell
you
it.
this story. The damnedest thing. So, how many? Number one, how many people do you know by the name Waldo?
Not too many. I think you're the only Waldo that I know.
Okay. Up until
Mhm.
I think 2 or maybe 3 years ago, uh, I was the only Waldo. Let me say it, man.
Mhm.
I gotta say it right. I'm looking on Facebook and something just, just look up, or Google or something. So I looked up Waldo, and I was the only Waldo. But no, that's wrong too. Waldo Weathers. Okay, because
Mhm.
don't a lot of people have
Right.
my last name. So I was the only Waldo Weathers in the world. Then when I got knighted, then Sir Waldo Weathers, the
Mhm.
only Sir Waldo Weathers in the world. And of course, coming up as a child, I was so pissed at my mama that
Mhm.
why would you name anybody Waldo? You know, that, I get laughed at in
Uh-huh.
school, and because, back then they had on a TV Mr. Magoo.
Yes.
You
I
know,
remember that.
that, that's mama right there. See, bless her
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
hey,
and,
beautiful picture.
and
Mhm.
they had uh, Waldo, the dog, on Mr. Magoo
Yes.
and stuff, and so, but then it come out like it was the only one in the world, and
Yes.
that's a hell of a thing. That's a hell of a thing. So sometimes you get blessings and you don't know
Exactly.
how and why. You know, it just
Exactly.
happens the way it happens. Like I'm I'm having a lot of structured love and luck right now on kind of my manager here,
Right.
Miss Daniela Mertz.
Yes.
She she took me uh about 7 years ago here in Stuttgart. I really never had a manager before. Well,
Hmm.
one or two, but not didn't really
Yeah.
do a lot. But she took me and and she built built me up around here,
Hmm.
man, like
Hmm.
like the Capitol building,
Right.
and then we, for whatever you never, like I said, you never know why and how things happen.
Exactly.
So so having a restaurant
Hmm.
was the furthest damn thing from my mind. You understand what I'm saying? I've been playing music 59 years. Music, you know. Then all of a sudden, she come up with this thing of we need to get our own little spot.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, we looked at some places. Here they got these
Hmm.
tennis clubs. They got the tennis things and the restaurants and then the auditorium. Connected to them and so forth. But it come with a lot of stipulations. A
Right.
lot of you can't go in this door, you can't go out that door, and blah blah blah. You gotta be here to serve food when the members want to eat and all that kind of shit. And so we saying no no no. So we come up here at the Vandertone, which is
Hmm.
the TV tower, which is the first one built in the world, which is like the needle.
Right.
Okay, it's the first one in the world.
Hmm.
And so on the side of that, I say in the parking lot,
Hmm.
you got the needle. I'll just call it the needle. You got the
Right.
needle, then you got a restaurant up under the needle. You got a big parking lot. Then you got this other little deli place,
Hmm.
and then you got a football stadium in the right in the back of that, and
Right.
a huge parking lot. So we went up there to have some lunch at,
Hmm.
at this little deli thing. Well, we go up there and look, got a sign on it, and the man had died.
Hmm.
Man had died. It's like, oh wow. She started, looking around and stuff like, this could be a good thing here. You know, play music outside and
Mhm.
everything. Maybe put a tent up and blah 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 and stuff. And all right, what the hell? I'll go for it. Try it. They just try it. All right, well, we did it. Ain't neither one of us got no money. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna just tell you like it is. Tell you like it
Like it
Ti is.
actually is.
Ain't nobody got no money.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know jack shit about opening no restaurant.
Mhm.
No, don't know how to flip a burger outside,
No.
our own kitchen. So we fool around and find out who the person was that runs, that rents this place,
Yeah.
and we luckily got him.
Mhm.
Had a meeting with him, and one of the biggest families in Stuttgart, and I'm talking big, mafia big,
Mhm.
and come to find out that just about every restaurant in Stuttgart
Mhm.
wanted this place.
But you got it.
Every one of we got it.
But you got it. And
Didn't
so
have no money. They didn't have
right.
nothing.
So dreams can come true, is what I'm
It
hearing
wasn't
you
my
say.
dream. It wasn't my damn dream. That's what I'm telling you. It wasn't my dream. I understand what I'm saying. It wasn't my dream. It wasn't my vision. Now, but let me tell you how the story goes. So we get this place. We get this place, and then we start playing music and everything, flipping sausages and hamburgers and all kind of shit, and it's going pretty good. We had some, the higher up business
Uh-huh.
people that come by try to tell you how you got to do this and you got to do that.
Yeah,
You
how
got to
you
make
supposed
this
to run
much
your
money to
business.
do that
Right, right,
and all that. All right, well, cool. So you got to make this amount of money per week to be able to do this and da 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 da.
right.
And it's like, they looking at us like, this
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 ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
work.
last. This ain't gonna
This ain't
right.
gonna work.
This ain't gonna last long
This
at
ain't gonna
all
work.
here. And so they basically give you a year.
Yeah.
Lord bless us, we almost two. Well, we are about 2 years now.
Hmm.
About 2 years now, and come found and then
Hmm.
so all this is happening, and then the pandemic hit. Understand what I'm saying? The
Yes.
pandemic hit. What that mean? That means you can't play music no more.
Yeah.
You can't play music no more. You understand? So 95% of the restaurants even shut down. Okay,
Wow.
but we not really labeled as a restaurant.
Hmm.
We labeled as a imbus.
Hmm.
I'll say like a small sidewalk McDonald's.
Hmm.
I'll put it like that. Not a big McDonald's, but a small McDonald's on the sidewalk.
Right.
You know, so we are able to have
Hmm.
carry out, takeaway.
Right. And I'm gonna bring up this restaurant right quick so you guys can see it. Okay, I'm gonna share it, and then we're gonna take a quick break in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm gonna share this with you guys, so y'all can see it. Let me try to scroll down just a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna come back. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk a little bit more. But I want to ask you how you got to Stuttgart. And I'm coming back and I see many of our viewers here. Okay. And I double dog dare you like and share and start a watch party if you can start a watch party with people all around the world because I got somebody in the audience, one of our
Mm-hmm.
viewers. They're
Yeah.
watching the show. And I want to ask you when we come back, how you got to Stuttgart. And I want to go back and talk about some more of these wonderful people that you worked with. Because here's the thing. I asked you, so dreams can't come true. You said, no, it wasn't even my dream. But here's the thing. It wasn't your dream. But boy, oh boy, God had something better for you. And probably, I don't want to say probably, and better for the people all around you in Stuttgart. And it wasn't even in your plan.
And that story ain't even finished.
Exactly.
We just found out something else today, and I'll tell you that after the break.
All right, that sounds good. Okay, folks, we are coming back, but while we go and come back, go ahead and get yourself ready for the rest of this broadcast. And for those of you that's viewing, somebody special out there, you know who I'm talking to. I want you to tell us how he got to Stuttgart. We'll be right back.
Got me running. Hey, and welcome back to Lush Shade Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lush Shade Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. If you're an entrepreneur and you are ready to live the dream in 2021, well, come on and get on board with the visibility strategist herself, the CEO of Unity in Service, where people need people, the phenomenal Patricia Rogers, as she presents Entrepreneurs Living the Dream 2021. It's an online event that you don't want to miss. There will be several opportunities for public speakers, public TEDx speakers. You heard it right, public TEDx speakers. Starting on February 25th, 2021, June 24th, 2021, October 21st, 2021, April 22nd, 2021, and August 26th, 2021. You don't want to miss this. Get at her at info@patriciarogers.com, info@patriciarogers.com, where Unity in Service, where people need people. You got me running. Shake it, baby. Raise your hands up. Raise them up. Party, baby. Woo! I love it. And we're back with Sir Waldo Weathers, all the way from Stuttgart, Germany. Sir Waldo, we've got to go right and check out our folks that are here with us. We see Angela Elting all the way from Washington, D.C. How you doing, Angie? We happy to have you here. And we see Pastor Hillary Gooden all the way from Chi-Town. Good to see you. Happy to have you here. Kathy Williams is with us. Woo woo! From Chicago. And of course, the amazing Tandra Price, the networking ninja. She's sharing to all different types of platforms. And she says, wow, thank you for sharing. That's right. Your story is amazing. She says, it's amazing what people in the industry get by. She said, you look good for 71. Thank you, Tandra.
Hey, just remind you, looks ain't everything.
All right. And we got Nelson Robertson Jr. is with us from Arkansas. Great to have you here, Nelson. Happy to have you here. And we have the beloved one herself, the remarkable poet, the soulful poet, Yamija Jubilee. Great to be here. Great to have you here. She said, hey, beloved, beautiful, bodacious lady. Mwah! Good to see you. And we have Sarah Tobias. She said, the Pope of Funk. That's right. The Pope of Funk. That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Sarah says she loved old school. And of course, we got a lot of the S's coming through. We love giving you some support. And we got Canada in the house all the way from Canada. Is Simone Road. Good to see you, Simone. I'm happy that you're here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And we just got so many people streaming in. But here's the question that we left off with.
All
How
right.
you got to Stuttgart, and you talked about the name of Waldo. Well, guess what? I have somebody here that said they know 3 people with that name. And she's the remarkable Harriet Lewis. The songbird herself is here. Let us know where you coming in from, Miss Harriet Lewis. It's great to see you. Okay, so I see you laughing, Mr. Waldo. I stay with the secret sauce. All right,
That's my big sister. That's my big sister right there. And that's the second reason I'm over here. I'm kind of her, Harriet Lewis. Yeah, I'm gonna tell it. Harriet Lewis, the one that got me over here. I come over here for love. You understand?
Yes.
Come over here for a woman for love. And then, of course, you know, with love, you need a little stability. So Harriet hooked me up with a gig. You know, I'm with this big Motown group. So she hooked me up. Then she took her, excuse me, Pastor, took her ass back to the States, and I'm still over here. You understand? So, but yeah, hey. Yeah, I come over here for love, and of course, you know that didn't all work out the way it goes. But you know, I've been married 4 times, and 11 kids and 17 grandchildren, 23 great grandchildren, I think. And now I don't know all the names. Don't even ask. And hell, I don't find out about half of it till I see it on Facebook.
I know that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, uh, 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 you know, Harriet is a big reason why I'm here. We met in Italy, and then I hired her to do some other stuff with me, and then she started hiring me, and we just started going in the stream, you know. And you know, but we like big brother and big sister, you know, and we man, we used to do some shopping things all over the world. She tell you, I'm a shopper. I take her shopping. I had her buying up all kind of stuff.
And so you know, I know Miss Harriet Lewis. I call her Mama Harriet, and she know why. She's been in my life for many years. And for those that don't know, Harriet Lewis, better known as a songbird, and prior Army, we salute you and we thank you for your service. Don't sleep on Harriet Lewis. She's a powerful singer. Go right here to her page and check her out. Connect with her. She's always on tour. In fact, when the COVID started, I think she was over in Bahrain or Dubai or somewhere. She was over here. Yeah. And she's just an amazing lady. So here's her page, folks. She is the real deal. I have her music here in my home. I've listened to her for many years. So this is who he is talking about when he says the songbird Harriet Lewis.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I have a talk show every Friday night. The blues and funk legends, and Harriet was what I think my third guest on the show, and boy, we had a ball. She's
Yeah.
she's a fool. She's a
Yeah.
fool. You're a fool, Louis. You're a fool, Louis.
You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun if she's around. And if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
have fun, it's not her fault. It's your
No,
fault if
hey,
you don't have
that's right.
fun when she's around. She's an amazing lady. She's
Yeah,
an amazing singer. She's an amazing mom. She's
yeah.
just all around amazing. And so you said you were there for love, and although it wasn't your dream to do what you're doing now, as far as having your own restaurant, you're still living. You're still living some. You're still living something wonderful, because people oftentimes come off of having a career in soul, or as a celebrity, let's just say that.
Hmm.
And then when it's over, they don't still get to be in the midst of
On
doing
the
something that
limelight.
they love
Yeah,
and in the limelight. But you are
yeah.
continuing to do that. You are still in the midst of the limelight. You're still in the midst of what you love. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, because I know that there's going to be a documentary, hopefully, prayerfully so,
Yeah.
coming up on you. Okay. And I want to pull up Tandra Price. She says, "Thank you for your services, Miss Harriet Lewis." Okay. And Harriet says, "It was great. It was great." And she also says, "Thank you for your kind words." No, thank you. Look in your Facebook Messenger chat, Mama Harriet. So a lot of people don't get to do what you're doing now. And a lot of people don't get to have a country that they were not born in to celebrate them. But it's happening to you and for you. Can you share with us how that feels?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's really it's really strange and difficult for me because unfortunately I'm a little or maybe a lot dyslexic.
Mm-hmm.
So my English reading and speaking ain't all that. So you talking about me trying to learn German? Forget it. Forget it.
No back
Now,
into Dutch.
nine. But so my so me and my partner, me and my manager,
Mm-hmm.
we got this restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
together.
Right.
So all right, so you got somebody cooking
Mm-hmm.
and somebody's at the window.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now somebody at the window, meaning they got to understand these people when they order what they order.
Right.
These carry worth and Rockworth and Rockworth and blah blah blah. And so I'm saying, well, I guess you gonna work the window.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't speak this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so we tried it, but but then with my mental mind, I ain't good at remembering a lot of stuff. So she might order 4 hamburgers, one with cheese, no ketchup on one, red sausage, cut in half, no muscles up, you know, and in less than 30 seconds, I done asked her 3 or 4 times the same,
The
the
same
same
thing.
thing. I, it ain't sticking. So the other thing said, okay, well, you do the window, and I'll cook. It was, what
Mm-hmm.
she said. And Lord, you talking about like a, a cat, a cat running from a barking dog hanging on a tree, with his claw. Man, it got to the point where people were laughing. I was laughing, and I just become like a celebrity host at the counter. It
Yes.
was so funny because I couldn't understand them. They couldn't understand me. And we would all get so tickled and everything. And everybody would just have such a good time with me just working at the window, not knowing what the hell I'm saying and not knowing what I'm listening to. And it just worked out so great. And now I still can't speak German. I can't do it. But but it's an adventure, and we really blessed because during this time, the musicians,
Mhm.
they ain't making no money. If they're
Right.
not getting the government help, they ain't getting nothing. Okay,
Mhm.
in my case, I'm a musician and a restaurant owner. I
Yes.
can't get help for both things. I had to get help for one or the other.
Right.
You know, so of course I had to take the restaurant.
Mhm.
And it's led us through and it's helped us out. And like I said, we're not rich, but we still going where
Mhm.
everybody thought that they
You
never
couldn't
gonna
go.
make, never could have made it.
Never could
You
have
know,
made
you know what
it.
I'm saying? Hey,
Yes,
we
because
right there.
you recreated yourself. You
Yeah, yeah.
recreated yourself, and you're still. I don't care what nobody say. Great saxophone player, but you begin to sing. You're doing the restaurant thing. You're going to be traveling again, and you're making connections all around the world. And this is how we weather the storm, by recreating ourselves, even in the midst of
Yeah.
what we might think is not the best. Because I love when you just jumped out there and you was like, "Look, that wasn't my dream, Lo. That
No,
wasn't my dream."
no. But see, God put that in my life to 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 support the rest of what He got planned for me. See,
Exactly.
everybody don't believe in God, and that's their business, that's their thing. But I believe in Him, and I know He got my back. And we do what we do. We wonder how and why, because some days are high, and a lot of days are low. But you
Mhm.
got to go low to appreciate that high. If you get that high,
Exactly.
then you think, well, can't nobody stop me. But yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. You know. So we appreciate all that we got and all that we're getting. And as I told you earlier, before on air, we had to go. The
Mhm.
city basically stopped the music. Actually, before the pandemic.
Right.
So and so we've been kind of fighting with the city,
Hmm.
and we are like on the suburbs
Hmm.
of Stuttgart, still connected with Stuttgart,
Hmm.
but connected with another town too.
Hmm.
So we went to a town meeting today
Hmm.
for the topic of having music
Yes.
at the restaurant, which the
Hmm.
city told us we cannot do anymore.
Hmm.
So the city council said 100% yes, we can.
What? You can
Yeah,
now? Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But that's first step. That's first step.
Yes.
It still got to go to Stuttgart.
Yes.
See, it still got to go to Stuttgart. And so, and then, but still, got to realize what time we in. We still in the pandemic. If Stuttgart says yes,
Yes.
we still can't have it
Hmm.
until the pandemic drops. You
Drop.
understand what I'm saying?
So
You know,
here, let's
but
let's check
but
this out. Go
but
ahead. Go
but
ahead.
that bridge, there'll be water up under the bridge. There'll be one less worry that we got to uh worry about. You know.
Right.
So it's just a step at a time,
Hmm.
and you got to keep your faith. You got to believe, and then we talked. We had a problem with some people with one of the breweries that we were dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Well, come to find out, we're a small place. I'm talking about we're small. Inside, you might be able to fit about 15 people.
Right.
Okay. On the outside, we got an outside patio, probably about hold about 60, 70 people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's just on the patio,
Right.
and the way it's structured. Then you got the parking lot, which people can still congregate in the parking lot
Mm-hmm.
as well. So some of our music nights, 100, 150 people, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we found out today that we are the number one beer sellers in Stuttgart.
What? Your restaurant?
That's what we said. So what? As small as we are, hey, me and Daniela, and we got Michael and Mickey
Mm-hmm.
working with us on the weekends. Sometimes on the weekends the line would be from here to yonder. I'm telling you, and
Wow.
through the week is slow,
Mm-hmm.
and Saturday, Sunday, and then you get them holidays, you go, you know. Then when I put Mickey up through the window, cause he's fast. He talks that shit and blah 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 blah. Hey. And I'm just trying to keep up with it. But yeah, man. So things are looking up.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing written in stone.
Right.
Like they say, it ain't over till the fat lady sings.
Thanks.
Well, she ain't singing. we
And
ain't, we ain't
and
even
it
letting
ain't
her in the
over.
club.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
ain't even gonna let her in.
That's
Yeah.
right. And it ain't over.
So
And here, I want to read this right quick, sir.
okay.
Tender Price says, yes, we have to step out of the box and do something different. And
That's
that
right.
is so unequivocally true. And so I want to say, hey, because I've seen some of the folks on here, hey, to the fabulous Camille. And I want to say, hey, to Apostle. I see Apostle on here. She's been on here for a while. She said, she's saying, say your name, where you came in from, and share this broadcast in group, because this is some secret sauce that Sir Waldo Weathers is sharing with us, because many people didn't know that the music was kind of on lockdown in Germany, especially in Stuttgart, Germany. And we talked earlier, he said, look, I've got to go to this meeting. And lo and behold, guess what? Things are looking up because people have weathered the storm. And like you said, a lot of people, a lot of musicians were not making money. And it wasn't just in Stuttgart. It was pervasive everywhere you go.
Europe,
Until people
all of
started
Europe.
having
Yeah.
online events and concerts, because what did they have to do? They had to recreate themselves. They had to weather
Yeah.
the storm and really capitalize on their strengths. And
Yeah.
so that's one of the reasons why Sir Waldo is here today, to help everyone around the world know that you can weather the storm. Get out of your comfort zone, capitalize on your strength. And why is it important to create things? Why? Because sometimes it's not your dream, but it's God's dream. It's
Yeah.
God's dream. And that's
He
some of the
he
secret
gonna
sauce.
take you there whether you want to go or not. If it's your destiny, you going. I don't give a hoot what you say, how you think. If you think you was created by monkeys, dogs, cats, whatever, your destination, and you going whether you like it or not, and it's gonna
I
be
love it.
good.
I love it. And check
You
this
know,
out. How many lives can you serve if you weather the storm? How many lives can you serve if you just recreate yourself. To me, it must be immeasurable, the number of people that we can reach if we just step and recreate ourselves and weather the storm.
Yeah.
It's really all
Yeah.
about mindset. Awesome.
But because and I'm not gonna tell it all,
Mhm.
but by stepping out of the box, we have a lot of things that we can do musically
Yes.
that can't nobody else do. That
Yep.
can't nobody else do, and I ain't gonna say what it is or anything. When it happens, you'll know it. But we have that capability of this
Exactly.
little bit of place being a humongous
Mhm.
venture.
Yep. And you got
And
to do the work. You got to
yeah,
do the work.
and and I'm gonna tell you, we open 7 days a week, every day,
Yes.
every day. And our employees going on holiday next week.
Mhm.
That means we got to work 13 days straight. Boy, I'll tell you what. Oh my God. Go. Oh, that ain't no Kool-Aid. Put that down. That's why I thought that was some Kool-Aid. I just got me on this thing. Sorry that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So listen, I want to say something because I gotta jump to this right quick because
Come on.
here's the thing. I know, folks, we're talking about a lot of stuff here. We're talking about how to weather the storm.
Yeah.
You've been on stages with thousands of people, tens of thousands of people, and that was a video I was going to show. You've talked and you shared and you've sung with some of the top celebrities on the planet. But here's the thing, you never stop doing the work. You always find a game plan and a mindset that constitute success. Now, I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. I challenge you out there, our viewers, to share one thing that you learned. Put it in the comment from what he said about calling somebody's name, being able to call somebody's name to help them come to where they need to get to.
Yeah.
And now I got some secret sauce. I got some secret sauce for you, Sir Waldo. I love this. I want you to welcome with me all our viewers, not just Sir Waldo, but I want you to welcome the songbird herself, Miss Harriet Lewis.
Louis! Oh, God! That's all sneaking up on me.
Hey, baby, what's up?
Oh, God. That's my girl there. That's
Mwah,
my girl.
mwah.
Yeah. Mwah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Lord.
That's some secret sauce, y'all. Y'all didn't know
That's
the
it.
songbird herself was coming to the stage, right?
Yeah.
Miss Harriet, Mrs. That's Mrs. for y'all. I don't want to get it
Oh
twisted.
my
It's
God.
Mrs. Harriet Lewis to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Mrs. Harriet Lewis, I'm so happy you on the show. You always chime in no matter where you are, and I appreciate it. So where are you now?
I'm in Sacramento, California.
All the way from Cali. Woo woo. So
Yeah.
I know
Wait.
that you were overseas when the pandemic hit
Yeah.
and you were trying to get home. So you had to kind of recreate yourself when you got back here to the United States because
Right.
it was so tough for many of you artists, globally, especially artists such as yourself that have paved the way for so many. Even like Miss Martha Hyde has been on the show with me a few times. you had to reconstruct yourself. So can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about how you had to reconstruct yourself and what you're doing now as we speak?
Well, basically, I'm having some feedback here, so I'm hearing you slowly. But
Okay.
anyway, once I got back, everything was beginning to shut down, even here in the States, because I had to get back in March of 2020. I had a
Right.
24-hour deadline to get out of Europe,
Right.
according to the orders of the president.
Mm-hmm.
And I had help from the United States military
Yep.
and from the American embassy, and they got me on a flight at the last minute to get me back here, so I wouldn't be stuck for 30 days in Germany.
Yes.
Once I got back here, things started to shut down. There wasn't really a whole lot happening. There was still a few open mic nights at
Mm-hmm.
some of the casinos. So
Right.
what I did was just attend some of those open mic nights,
Mm-hmm.
and just keep myself busy with that. That finally shut down too. So when that shut down, there was nothing for months and months and months. I kind of went through a depression because I really missed my music a lot. And
Yeah.
then there's a lady that I sing with, and named Joan Faulkner out of Frankfurt, Germany. And she created me and another lady a group called Three Ladies of Blues.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
we started doing things over the net and
Right.
writing a book, which we have out, which should be on Amazon next month. It'll be on
Awesome.
Amazon next month, called Three Ladies of Blues.
Mm-hmm.
But
Don't be
between
advertising
writing
on my
the book,
show. Don't be advertising on my show.
I love you. You in the book. I don't even know why he talking, because he in the book.
That's right. He in that book. So we want to
He
make
in the
sure
book.
when that book come out, you get that book, because not only
And you
is
got to
the
get that book
songbird,
because he in it.
and
See,
hello,
he don't
hello,
even know.
hello,
You know I ain't gonna
surprise,
leave you out. That's my big bro. I can't leave my big bro out. No way.
surprise.
but
Oh, God.
but that was pretty much it. Just doing stuff over the net and
Yep.
trying to maintain that way as much as we could. But everything just it went dead. It went dead, man. It was hard. It was really
Yeah.
hard. So instead of doing music, it was pretty much going into writing and trying to pull this book together and rehearsing over the net. So when everything opens back up, we are still ready to jump in there.
Exactly. And you don't have to get ready if you stay ready. And I love that. I
Right.
love that. I love that. And so I really would like to know when your concerts are coming up for both of you, because I've seen some phenomenal concerts, and we're gonna have to do a number 2 show. I'm welcoming them back. So if you want to hear more from the songbird, Miss Harriet Lewis herself, and of course the phenomenal Mr. Waldo, Sir Waldo Weathers, I would like you to go ahead and put a number 2, because we want to have twice the fun with Sir
Ah,
Waldo Weathers and the remarkable songbird herself,
oh, that's precious. That's
because
precious.
this is
Waldo is
brother and
awesome
sister
on.
here, y'all, and they're
Yeah,
connected not by blood, but by love and choice.
About spirit, love and spirit. But
yeah.
one thing that we got to do, I've been trying to get her to do, but she ain't got her equipment together.
Yeah.
I want to do some music with her, some duets. You see,
Well, check this out,
some
sir. We already got a question about that. Hate to interrupt you, but Angela Elton said, is there any collaboration with Miss Lewis and Sir Waldo in the future? So this is some secret sauce, y'all. This is
Wow.
being shown all over the world. So I don't know. I didn't ask
where's
the
that picture?
question.
I ain't got that. I ain't got that picture. I got a picture, big picture. Me and Harriet. I'm playing my horn and Harriet singing. We locked in arm just floating across the stage, just doing our thing.
And we
I wish I
love
had.
it, baby.
Yes,
Yeah, man. Yeah,
yes.
but
So
hey, that would be great if we can do some stuff in the future. Uh, it's 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 hey, it's hard out here. It's hard out here. People really look at us sometimes and say, it's like, oh man, oh, I can do what they doing. I can do this
no,
better
they
than
can't.
that, and da da da. They, baby, we have. Look here, we talking about people with college degrees, mu- masters in music. I ain't got none of that.
Hmm.
Herod ain't got none of that. God gave us what we got, and the one you'd be surprised how many of these educated people I have
Yes.
fired.
Hmm.
I have fired because they ain't got the thing. They ain't got that one. They ain't got that soul.
Right.
A
Yes.
lot of times everything ain't written down on them notes the way it's supposed to be felt. It takes a lot of special musicians to really get that stuff right. That's how come you
Hmm.
see some of these backup bands on these real big shows. You see some of the same people that's a backup band
Hmm.
because they got that thing. They got that thing,
Yes.
and um, and it's hard like like Lisa Fisher.
Hmm.
Lisa Fisher. I was on a gig with her at a private party, and cause my stupid ass, I didn't know who she was. I had no idea who she was. So uh, I get on a plane to go back to where I'm coming from, and I'm sitting down and I start looking at some movies and stuff, and I see this movie come up 20 feet before stardom. I said,
Hmm.
okay, well, I look at this, look at that. God damn, there she was, Lisa Fisher. Done song with Mick Jagger, uh, Luther Vandross, and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah, and
Hmm.
just a total songbird. And I'm looking like, I'm looking at this woman like, I don't know who you think you is, but
Yes.
you ain't all that. Well, don't judge a book by the cover, baby, because
Hmm.
she was everything.
She
She
was
was
everything.
everything. But her demands
Hmm.
on her gig was a little bit too strong for the people.
Hmm.
You know, she wanted a special car to drive her from the airport to the place. In her apartment, she wanted certain type of furniture
Hmm.
and da da da. She has some really particular, like she was a big star. You understand?
Hmm.
And a lot of times that's a little bit too strong
Hmm.
for the people. She's great and she's done a lot of great things, but she wasn't the shit. You understand?
Well, let me jump in here because I want to add somebody to this. Mr. Pop
Oh
Wilson.
pop, oh pop, yeah. I
So
got a story. I got a story about that too. That's
so
funny.
Mr. Pop Wilson, I want to defer to this Miss Songbird. Can you tell us a little bit about Pop Wilson? Then we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back. We're gonna wrap this thing up and we are gonna come back for another show because I'm hearing people from all over saying, hey, we want to see that. We want to see the two of them collab and we want them to come right back to this platform and talk to us about it. So I just want to give a shout out to Pops Wilson in heaven. It's a long
Yeah,
time um, comrade,
great,
brother, and friend
great
to
man.
both of
Yeah.
the folks you see here. So, Miss Harriet, can you tell us a little bit about Mr. Pops Wilson?
Benjamin, his name is Benjamin Parker, nicknamed Pops Wilson. Pops was taught vibraphone and drums by the late Lionel Hampton. I met him while I was in my second week of being transferred from Seoul, Korea to Stuttgart, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, Pops was in the military, and of course, I was active duty soldier. We met at a club called Cinderella, and I walked in that club and saw Pop Wilson with his off-duty band. I asked the light man, who was named at that time, who's passed on too, named Wolfman, and I asked him, "Can I get up there and sing with that band?"
Mm-hmm.
Wolfman allowed me to walk up to the side of the stage and then yelled at Pop, "There's a singer here from Korea who wants to sing with you." Pop asked me, "What music do you know?" I said, "Anything that you can play." Because at that time they were playing jazz, and I know the jazz real book very well, like the back
Yes.
of my hand. So he said, "Well, what would you like to do?" So I said, "Well, play Satin Doll in F." I got up there and sang Satin Doll. He said, "Wow." He said, "Where did you come from?" And I said, "Seoul, Korea." Well, years passed from that point on, and he became my musical director for 13 years. At that
Yes.
time, when I met Waldo, which was in Italy, yeah, it was in Italy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Sicily, as a matter of fact, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
when Waldo came from from well, where would you come from? From the States, and you came over to Germany,
Yeah. I was from the
right? And
States. Yeah.
once he got to Germany, he had to meet Pops. I wanted Pops to
Yes.
meet him because I was so impressed with Waldo's playing, his personality. Plus, he was crazy as hell. I had so much fun with him. Honest to God, he just so much fun. And I just took him in as my brother because he reminded me of my real brother who passed away with
Right.
his personality. So when I told Pops, "You got to meet this guy. This guy is the bomb." I said he worked for Brown and Charlie and the country singer Charlie Pride and so many famous artists. You got to meet him. So anyway, long story short, they met. We all worked together, went on tours together. Toured in Switzerland, toured in Italy, in Germany, just everywhere. And we've done some recordings together. Yeah, and it's just been Pops was just the center. He was like the center mass for all musicians because Pops knew everybody, and
Yep.
everybody knew Pops.
Yep.
So we
And
all just Pops was just Pops. Pops was just the love of every artist that you can imagine
yep.
in Stuttgart as well as out of Stuttgart.
Yep.
So with his beautiful personality, as well as his knowledge of music and his talent as far as playing drums and vibraphone, Pops just became an icon
Yes.
there, for all of us. And to
Yeah.
this day, with the Pops Wilson Memorial Project, which will be lively done hopefully next year in 2022, um, it's going to be a very big, wonderful celebration of him, as well as a heartfelt one because we miss him so much.
Yes.
Pops
Yeah.
was just, honey, when you say Pops, everybody, even civilian people that don't play music, they know Pop
No
Wilson.
pops. That's right.
That's
Mm.
that Pops is just he was just
You
a
know something?
beautiful,
You know
spirited,
something? You know something?
such a
I
wonderful man, really.
I have lost a lot of people.
Mhm.
Dying and family and stuff. When Alvin called me and told me that Pops died, I was on the way to a gig. Do you know I had to pull over and I had to sit in this spot just on the side of the road. I sit there for about an hour. I just it was just so incredible to me. I had to just sit there for about an hour, and then the most freakiest thing happened is that sometimes me and Pop would talk on Skype, and Pops, some kind of way, Pops wrote me. This is after his death. I got a message from Pops saying, "Hey man, what's going on?" And I read it and like, I said, "Pops," I said, "you are out of here." He said, "What?" I said, "You dead." He said, "Oh, okay." And it was done. It was over with. And like, don't nobody know how that happened.
Wow.
How and that stayed on Skype for a long, long time. I searched for it not too long ago, and it's
Wow.
our messages are not there anymore.
Uh-huh.
But I showed a couple of people, like
Wow.
really freaked out, really freaked out.
Wow.
This cat writing me from the dead.
But it goes back to what you said, though. We are connected on a spiritual plane.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're
Yes.
connected on a spiritual plane. And here's the thing. We have energy. And that's why I'm so happy that you guys are here, because so many people are having so many storms and they don't know how to weather the storm.
Yeah.
And to have you as living legends, because that's exactly what you are, living legends, talking about not only weathering the storm, but coming through the storm, recreating yourself, even when they say, well, music, we got to stop the music for a while because this or that and the other. You're still weathering the storm. And so,
yeah,
folks,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to thank both of you, Sir Waldo Weathers, for being here today, the Songbird, Mrs. Harriet Lewis, for being here today, and folks, to all of our viewers, I thank you for jumping on the show. I challenge you to put some L's in the comment, give some love to these fantastic people, because they have helped support many superstars become superstars and help to
Yeah.
pave the way for superstars today and for all days to come. And I love this. The fabulous Camille said, "You have lived your life, yes, with
Baby,
love."
you just don't know. you know,
Yeah.
you really just. I was in a restaurant a week or so ago, and a song come on the radio, and I just stopped. I just stopped doing what I was doing and just looked up at the sky, and it's like you really have no idea what I have done, where I've been, what I've gone through. It is like people will give their left arm to be anywhere near
What you've
where
done.
I've. Oh,
Yes,
it's
that's
a
awesome.
blessing. It's a blessing. I tell you.
And so,
Yeah. It's true. You go, you
yeah,
go, you go, you go through a lot. You're both family wise, emotional, lovers, marriages, friends. I
yep,
mean, it's a very big, big, big sacrifice to do what we do. We've traveled all over the world. I've seen places that I only dreamed of, and I have physically been there and performed and performing for royalty. And all the things that we do is a joy and it's an honor, but it's a hell of a sacrifice.
yes, it
Yeah,
And,
is.
yeah,
and people don't
yeah, it is.
understand. They don't understand, and to get someone to hang in there with you and stick by you and just love you no matter what you go through, that is the gift,
Yes,
because it's a big sacrifice
Yeah,
to do this.
yes,
yeah,
it is.
Really
and
is.
and and you don't have to be a star.
No,
Exactly.
You
you
don't have
sure
to be a
don't.
star. We have done so many things that some of these so-called stars have never done, have never
Right.
been.
That's
Yep.
right. That's
Amen.
right.
Yeah,
That's true.
it's amazing.
So, folks, when we come back, we are going to share some final words of wisdom from Sir Waldo Weathers and our secret sauce for the day, because he didn't know she was coming, the
I
remarkable
ain't know it.
songbird, Mrs. Harriet Lewis. We'll be right back. Hold tight to your seat if you like, and make sure you share this and replay this. Share this with somebody you care about and let them know they can weather the storm as well. So we'll be right back. Let me get this up here for y'all. That's right. Hold on tight. We'll be right back. You got me running, got me running. Woo! He's here. He's blowing his horn. The Purple Funk, Sir Waldo Weathers. He's been awarded a letter of acknowledgement for over 10 years being the first black country sax player. Member of the James Brown Band for 15 years. And we are discussing Weathering the Storm with Sir Waldo Weathers and our secret sauce surprise, the songbird, Miss Harriet Lewis. Come on, y'all. Like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody we're hot on the box. The Lotus Crochet Ignite. Come on. Final words of wisdom.
Good show.
Awesome, awesome. Woo, woo! All right. So, for those of
Y'all
you that's
silly.
joining us, we have the
Y'all
wonderful
y'all silly.
Mr. Waldo, Sir Waldo Weathers, all the way from Stuttgart, and we have the phenomenal songbird herself, Miss Harriet Lewis, and we have been talking about a fabulous, fabulous topic called Weathering the Storm with Sir Waldo Weathers. And today we're going to leave this particular broadcast with some words of wisdom from who want to go first? You who want to go first? It's up to you, Sir
Well, I
Waldo.
give respect to my big brother. He older than me.
Did y'all know that was gonna come out? See, I don't know if I can.
Well,
So,
I'm gonna be a gentleman and give it to the lady.
all right,
Okay.
all right. So, please
I'm going to
welcome Mrs. Harriet
years
Lewis for her
of
final words of wisdom.
meeting and working with and being around Waldo, I've learned a lot from him, more than he would ever realize that I've learned from him. Um, but the main thing for me is staying centered. And the only way I could stay centered was to keep my faith. And one of the things that Waldo and I both always do in a show is do a gospel song, whether he sings it or whether he plays it on his saxophone. I will always have a gospel song, whether it's in the beginning or if it's at the end, to give thanks to God for just giving me the strength and the protection, having my sword and shield, and regardless of where I am or who I'm with. That is my word of wisdom. You have to keep that faith and know that you know that you know that you're doing what you were born to do. And that's
Awesome.
my word of wisdom.
Woo-wee! I would not want to have to follow that. But
Hey, I
because
can hang.
He can hang.
he can hang. So, Sir Waldo Wisdom, Sir Waldo Brothers, give us your final words of wisdom for this show.
Well, my words of wisdom is it's it's so much. Uh, Number one, Don't think because that you are with a famous person that when the time comes they're gonna pick you up and help you. Cause 99% they ain't. If anything, like the people that I've been with, they will hold you back rather than try to help you, or they will play you to the point where they make you think they're gonna help you, and they don't. You still got to do what you do on your own. You always got to go on your own. You got to go by faith. Go what your heart is telling you to do. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody stop you. I've had so many different things going on for me in my life, like becoming the first black country sax player. Okay, when I was strong in country music, I had no idea where that was coming from, and it happened. Bam. Okay, so but just because you become something, don't mean that it's gonna take you where you want to go. Cause during that time, I was what I was, but I couldn't get the support that I needed to carry me to that next level. But I made a lot of money. Understand what I'm saying? I made a lot of money during that time. But still, you try to get to a certain point, and it don't always happen the way you think that it might happen. You're getting excited about this and getting excited about that. With every little piece of success comes about 5 or 6 pieces of lowdown. So you really, really got to be strong. Keep your faith through the sky. Don't let nobody tell you no. If somebody tells you no, a lot of times it's because they're jealous and they don't want you to make it.
That's right.
And they just want to hold you down. They really think about it. Look on where you're sitting uh, at your table, and look on your table, and how many things on your table do you see that people told other people, you are fool. How you think you gonna take some paper and make some Kleenex and make $1 zillion? It was done. How? Who you think gonna buy some drinks from you? It's done. How? What you mean? Some sunglasses? It's done. A cigarette lighter? It's done. Rolling tobacco? It's done. A ashtray? It's done. A paper clip? It's done. Don't let nothing stop you from your idea. I don't give a damn what it is. Keep trying till you can't do it no more. And God bless you.
All right. Woo woo. And now look, y'all, we just getting hot. But Trick Faith, we see you. He said, keep the faith, or Trick Johnson. And he said, amen. And thank you to all of our viewers. And I double dog dare you. Make sure you replay this and check us out on YouTube. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram, and we'll be uploaded to LinkedIn. So make sure you check us out. And don't let no stop you. And my final words of wisdom to each and every one of you, I shared this with you. Listen to what he said and what she said. And if you pull that in and listen to them, you won't go wrong. Don't let no stop you from being you and doing what you need to do. Keep your faith, stay centered, and keep your faith. Well, we appreciate you being here with us. And don't forget, when they do their collaborative, whatever they're going to do, I'm going to bring them back to the show. We're
going to do something, but wait. Because before the show, she told me I had to do something. Now I'm going to do, she told me I had to take my glasses off. Now. All right, now. I'm going back to me. So I ain't going to let nobody tell me what I can't wear. I'm wearing some sunglasses. You better tell somebody.
So look, that's right. I said we want to see your wonderful eyes. And thank you so much. I appreciate you, Sir Waldo Weathers, for the storm.
Do you have a couple of minutes?
I do. This show is
I just want to tell you, the world is small. The world is so small, you have no idea. I'm in Stuttgart, Germany. I meet Pops Wilson, and so I'm living in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, at that time, I was driving a van taking people to the doctors. You know, taking the older people to the doctor.
Yeah.
I picked up this lady one time, and she just started talking and talking and talking. She said, "So what do you do?" I said, "I'm a musician. I'm an entertainer." "Oh, well, you know, where you been?" I said, "Well, I just got back from Germany." "Oh, really?" She said, "I got a brother live over in Germany." I said, "Really?" I said, "What's his name?" She said, "Pops Wilson." I said, "What?" Pops Wilson blew me away. Blew me away. You know, and it's just saying how small the world is. Be careful what you say about people, to people. You better try to stay nice, be nice. Everybody can say something negative, you understand? Everybody can say something negative, but try to stay on the good foot, you understand? Try to stay on the good foot.
I love it. I love it. Because
Yeah.
that person that he met on that bus was none other than the songbird, Miss Harriet Lewis, and it changed both of their lives. Who was it?
No. Pops Wilson's sister.
It was Pops Wilson's sister. Wow.
Pops Wilson's sister.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Harriet was in Germany. I'm back in Nashville, Tennessee after I left Germany.
Wow.
Going back to my little bitty day job. And it was Pop Wilson's sister.
That connected you. And guess what, folks? When I met Sir Waldo and we got to talking about people in the industry, I asked him, did he know Harriet Lewis? And he said, "That's my sister." What? And guess what? I'm in Washington, D.C. He's in Stuttgart, Germany. Mom, where you at?
Sacramento, California.
She's in California.
Yeah.
And guess what? I know her. She knows me. And she knows him. And now it's 3. So make sure you treat people with love. And always remember, there's somebody waiting to be connected to you. So what are you going to do? So with love and light, we say, have a great day. And to some, have a great night. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
I love it. Let's rock out.
All right. All right now.
Y'all stay backstage. I'm coming. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining us. Woo! As we talk about writing a song. You missed us.
Yeah.
Miss Harriet Lewis. Make sure you check us out for the next show because we're coming back to you to do what it do. That's right. We'll see you next time. Woo! On the Lotus Crochet Ignite show. Ignite and take flight, baby, in every area of your life. Thanks, Sir Waldo Weathers.